It's a frozen giant, gliding silently through the endless blue of the Southern Ocean. A trillion tons of ancient ice, covering an area larger than Delaware. This is A23a, the world's largest iceberg. And while it may seem serene from afar, its story is anything but ordinary. Today, we'll explore how this massive iceberg compares to some of history's most infamous ice giants, what its journey means for our planet, and what the future holds for this frozen titan. The story of A23a begins back in 1986. It broke free, or carved, from Antarctica's Filchner ice shelf, a moment of raw, natural power. At 3,500 square kilometers, it dwarfs the iceberg that famously struck the Titanic in 1912. That iceberg was estimated to be just 100 meters long above water, a speck compared to the vast expanse of A23a. Imagine an iceberg so large it could cover twice the size of Greater London or blanket Rhode Island with ice. That's the scale we're talking about here. For over 3 decades, A23a remained grounded in the Weddell Sea, stuck like a sleeping giant. But in 2020, it finally broke free, setting off on a journey that has captured the world's attention. Once adrift, A23a became a marvel of motion and science. As it travels, it melts slowly, releasing fresh water into the ocean, a process that's both fascinating and concerning. For context, this iceberg holds enough water to fill over 400 million Olympic-sized swimming pools. To compare, the iceberg that sank the Titanic likely wouldn't fill even one. Its current path takes it northward, towards South Georgia, a remote island in the South Atlantic Ocean. Along the way, A23a has avoided breaking apart like its infamous predecessor, A68a, which crumbled into smaller pieces after a dramatic journey in 2021. A68a, once the size of Delaware, melted so rapidly that it shocked scientists. But A23a, thanks to its sheer bulk, continues its steady drift. Icebergs like A23a are more than just icy giants, they're also windows into Earth's climate history. Icebergs form from glacier, which are essentially frozen time capsules. The ice within A23a could be over 150,000 years old, preserving bubbles of ancient atmosphere and secrets about the Earth's past climate. To put its size into perspective, A23a is roughly 100 times larger than the iceberg that struck the Titanic. While the Titanic's iceberg was deadly to one ship, A23a's potential impact could affect entire ecosystems. And that brings us to South Georgia, the next chapter in this iceberg story. South Georgia is a paradise for wildlife. Its beaches teem with penguins, seals, and seabirds. But A23a's arrival could disrupt this delicate balance. Scientists predict that if the iceberg grounds near the island, it could block access to feeding grounds for hundreds of thousands of animals. Worst-case scenarios include penguins and seals struggling to find food as their usual routes become impassable. However, there's also hope. If the iceberg drifts past the island without grounding, the disruption could be minimal. And even if it does ground, the massive influx of fresh water might actually spark a temporary boom in plankton, providing an unexpected feast for marine life. Icebergs like A23a are not uncommon in Antarctic waters, but their journeys are often unpredictable. In 2021, A68a famously disintegrated before reaching South Georgia, leaving behind smaller fragments that melted harmlessly. Could A23a meet the same fate? Scientists are closely monitoring its trajectory, learning as much as they can about how icebergs behave. And then there are the comparisons to other giants. The largest iceberg ever recorded was Beam 15, which carved in 2000 and measured a staggering 11,000 square kilometers. That's larger than Jamaica or the entire country of Qatar. Imagine an island of ice so vast, it could have covered Los Angeles almost 7 times over. While A23a is smaller, it's still a formidable force, a true giant among today's icebergs. As A23a continues its journey, its fate remains uncertain. Will it ground near South Georgia, potentially causing short-term ecological upheaval? Or will it quietly drift further north, melting into the ocean without incident? Whatever happens, one thing is clear: A23a is a reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet's systems. This iceberg's journey is also a symbol of change. As global temperatures rise, icebergs like A23a are becoming more common. The melting of Antarctica's ice shelves is contributing to rising sea levels, which threaten coastal communities worldwide. But with better monitoring and understanding, we can adapt to these changes and protect the ecosystems that depend on these icy giants. A23a's story is far from over. Whether it becomes a fleeting memory or a force of nature that reshapes its surroundings, this iceberg is a testament to the beauty, power, and fragility of our planet. And as we watch its journey, we're reminded of the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. This has been Terrifying Nature. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story. Because the more we know, the better we can prepare for what lies ahead.